Here we go.
We're back.
We are back, y'all. Hey. We have been chilling, working, living life, all kinds of stuff. So forgive us for the long break on the 2-part episode.
We just wanted to make you guys really excited.
That's right. We wanted to build up the intensity.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're just coming off of Kawanna Healing Junction, which was amazing. I'm so happy that event happened.
When spirit people come together, it's just a beautiful thing to see. They come to talk about doing good, spreading love, philosophy, closer to the soul. You'll find peace in confusion, getting closer to the soul. And happiness, it won't be just an illusion.
Fun.
Be prepared. We're going to be doing another one.
Yep.
We're getting it together now. My boy KG has like 1 million events that he's doing right now. So our goal is to get something done in the next 2 months. So July, September, look for another Kawanna Healing Junction.
Yeah, and you guys, you have to come to this one. Like I was only able to stay like a few hours, but it was so much fun. The food was so good. The meditation was great. Oh my God, it was. You guys have to come next time. Like if you didn't, come on.
You know, it was the first time, the first installment of the event, and it was just like a really positive vibe. The people that were there were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I feel like we exchanged intimate moments with people that I didn't even know, and like everybody was great. And please go follow us at Kawanna Healing Junction today, right now, and then you can follow each one of us as well.
Yeah, obviously.
We need that. We always say that, you know that.
Yeah.
So we are coming back, and we are on part 2 of 12 things that will help you live a life of no regrets.
Yep.
Okay, and living in the present.
Yep. Live the life you want.
Live a life of purpose.
And also live a life of intention. And then, of course,
the last one, value emotional connections. Right here. All right. Okay, so that is value your own opinion.
This is true. What do you think? Tell me a little bit about when we were writing this and we decided this to be number 6. Because weren't we missing number 6 for a minute?
We were missing number 6. I used episode 13, which was with both of us, and we had Dion Lack on that episode.
Oh, I love him.
Yes.
Oh my God, my favorite.
And he took me in. From there, I just kind of bounced around with him, kept opening up with him. And then I kind of created my own age group. Like the Kyle Irbies and the Dominique Purdy's and
okay.
And from there I kind of because we kept going to the same clubs, so I started writing some more. Then I started writing for churches and sketch groups, and then comedy writing became a thing. And then I started having all these sketches that just sitting, so that I want to get this out to the world. So I started to kind of say, hey, anybody have a camera? Anybody have a camera? Please do. So you create a camera production crew, and then from there you start putting out stuff. It's like, hey, does anybody know how to edit? God, nobody know how to edit. Gotta learn how to edit. And then from there I start realizing that, I'm good at writing, directing, editing. And that's when I kind of started creating a production company with my business partner, Twilla. And then I got a huge commercial, the Doritos commercial.
Yes.
And then when you get a commercial, when you get hot like that, everybody wants to put you on a show. But my stand-up career was doing this, so I didn't really have jokes because everything I wrote was for...
I feel like he values his own opinion, and I learned that from him, watching him go to clubs and do comedy, and knowing how hard it is to do comedy, and knowing how hard it is to just put yourself out there and know, look, I'm funny.
Yeah.
And no matter what anybody else says, I'm funny and people are going to notice me. And he did that.
Yeah. No, and it's crazy to think like if there was ever a point where he didn't know that he was funny. He was like, I was hurting when we left.
I know, my cheeks were hurting. Everything was hurting when we were watching.
If you guys, I think that was one of the first ones that we put it up on Patreon.
Yeah.
Full unedited, like
hilarious. It was so funny.
If you guys have not listened to it, please go onto our Patreon and please listen to it. It is like, and like, I'm not just self-plugging in. Maybe a little bit, but
But it was funny.
So funny.
And it's a good episode. Like, if you know you want to laugh, just go back and check it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's really good for that.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole episode is about. You know what I mean? We're going to go back through all the episodes, but so many valuable people have been here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
each one of them has showed us something that we can apply to our lives. And moving forward with the show, I'm definitely going to be interviewing more people that can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know we've talked about my girl Remy, who I know we're going to bring on the show soon.
Yes.
She's also a comedian. She's, I would say, more at the beginning stages, maybe. Like, she has a lot of shows coming up this month in June, I believe. So it'll be kind of fun to see like a female's perspective as well.
Yes, especially with comedy.
Yes.
That's so hard.
Yeah, and she very much, like, she will talk about, like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Not like shit, but like, you know.
Good
like,
shit.
Yeah, good shit. Like,
shit we want to hear about.
Exactly. Like, and like, it's real, but she makes it funny and so relatable because it is. So.
You know what's funny? I went to a show with my mom a couple weeks ago, and there was a lady, I don't want to call her name, I don't want to call her out, but you know what? Everybody has this moment where you bomb, and oh my God, she bombed so bad. She was doing her jokes, and she was like, well, usually I'm in the other room, and it's dark in there, and I can't really see the audience. She's like, but oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I can see you guys, and then all of a sudden she's like, I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh no.
And I thought it was a joke, but then she was like, fuck.
Oh my God.
Like, fuck,
Wait,
I really forgot.
Where was it?
It was the Comedy Chateau.
That's where Remy.
That's where she was at?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so you
funny.
know, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's friend, he's a comedian, a young comedian, and he performed there at
Amazing.
the Comedy Chateau.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
It was
funny.
great. It was actually, I like that location.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of different little rooms in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she does like the dark humor one, like the later one in the front room where it's like very, very, very like close to
Yeah, that's how that one was. Too.
Yeah, okay, so you might have seen her then.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, maybe. There was like 6 comedians. They were funny.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So this one right here.
The number 7?
Number 7.
Number 7, okay. So number 7 is value attainable goals. So attainable goal setting is essential to living this lifestyle. It's important that you set SMART goals, meaning...
you remember this. They taught you this in...
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah.
I've kind of like let Equinox kind of flow.
I know. You know what? I've let it kind of flow out of me, and like, but it's also... These things right here are kind of like things that we normally do. You just don't put a label on.
Exactly.
But if you think of them in this way, it gives you something that you can really set a goal.
Yes.
With.
True.
You know what I mean?
So S.
S is your SMART goal.
SMART.
S stands for
specific.
Yes.
Yes. I was like, what do you mean SMART? Yes, specific. So you want to make sure your goals are meaningful, simple, and significant.
True.
M. Measurable. You also need to make sure to measure progress throughout your goal or towards your goal and throughout. Achievable. A. You can still set smaller goals that will lead you to the bigger.
Yes.
Relevance.
R. Look, you put your R. Wait, that's
right. Okay. Does your goal make sense? Not this thing.
That makes sense.
Is it serving a particular community or solving any important issues?
Yes.
And T. Timely.
Yes.
For sure.
T.
Set a deadline to complete your goal that you can achieve in a timely manner. Again, like she said, I'm sure we've all kind of heard of this before. Maybe we haven't actually put it in the SMART like algorithm, if you will, but in hindsight, it makes total sense, right?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I might be aging myself ridiculously right now, but in Hollywood,
22.
there used to be this billboard of a lady in a pink Corvette, and she had glasses on. If you look this woman up, she was all over Hollywood. She had 12 billboards all over Hollywood.
Jeez, okay.
And you would see her driving around. She has really big boobs. She wears black glasses. She's got blonde hair. She's really cute, kind of cutesy. But now she's like 80, and she still looks like she did back in the day because she's got all this work done.
Amazing.
She ran for governor in 2021, but there's a complete document. Well, it's a series about her story on Peacock. Really good. Check it out. Very good show. So she was a person that really spoke her goals. She used to say, I'm not a woman, I'm an icon. She said that. But she really didn't have any talents.
Yeah.
She was like a Paris Hilton, a Kim Kardashian before them.
Well, I mean,
you know, like she didn't really...
I think Paris Hilton, she's smart. Have you seen her documentary?
Right, but she doesn't really have a talent per se.
Social manipulation?
Yeah, well, that's her talent. This is the same with this woman.
Right. Okay.
She was able to manipulate men and other people to do things for her. Like, she took back her power in that sense.
Yeah. And this is how you spell it? What is this on Peacock?
Angeline on Peacock. Yes, it's a docuseries, but it's like an adaptation. It's not actually her, but it looks like her now.
Amazing.
Very interesting. Please look at it. You will not regret it. Believe me. It was interesting to find out more information about an icon that was somebody that show you, if you just apply the law of attraction, or if you just apply the thought that you can be what you believe and believe it and live in it, that it can happen. You know what I mean? And she set attainable goals. Yeah. And everything that she set, she did.
That's amazing.
And I feel like, with every, us trying to go to a particular place in fitness or wherever you're trying to go in business, it's so smart to set these goals, because you can measure that in time. You could take, 6 months, say, I'm going to have more followers, or I'm going to do, more, I'm going to speak more clearly. Like we said, we're going to have positive points. We're going to do that. That's an attainable thing. We do it every month and see if we can grow our followers.
I feel like the A should also maybe stand for accountability then, because you can have all this mapped out, right? But like, if you're just like, all right, that was fun to map, but like, you never go down the road, then it doesn't really matter.
Yes, because a blueprint is great, but if you don't follow the blueprint, what's the point?
Yeah. You wasted a lot of time.
It's
a lot of planning for a vacation you're never going to take.
For real. And all right, so number 8, we're moving on. Value people for who they are.
Tell me, girl. Tell me.
This is important, y'all. Now, speaking of people I value, there was a gentleman that I met at an event a long time ago at a Cartoon Network festival, and his name was David Barman.
Oh, it's funny that we said for the environment, because he's okay. Yes. That's actually very perfect segue.
Yes, and his episode was what is it called? Sexy, socially responsible, environmentally sustainable, and lumber sexual.
Yes.
You are interested in having a conversation, and I think that's a really important value about being successful. Is being open to something and not knowing where it's going to go. And so I think that's what I call the power and serendipity, which is like, we all go through life having we just randomly go places that we aren't expecting to go. And I think if you're someone who acknowledges the intent that you have interest in doing something, when opportunities present themselves, because you've acknowledged that, when you meet something random that it doesn't necessarily wasn't the thing you were looking for, but you're like, oh, that makes sense to me. You're able to take that up and make it part of what you have going on.
But he really explained a lot of stuff to me, because lumbersexual is a term that the media created. And it kind of like it made business good for him too,
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because I forget the name of the actual company you said for the flannel. I don't remember what it was called. It was like some higher end, like not Patagonia, but like something like some kind of flannel thing.
Oh yeah, he was talking about it on the show. Yes.
And I was just like, you know what? Anytime I've ever like dated someone, I'm always like, oh, can I borrow a flannel? And then I take it. So I
think it may have been Patagonia or Eddie Bauer. One of those.
He was wearing pants from Patagonia. But there was something like I remember, because I was like, I've never heard of that before, and it was like the beanies and then this type of flannel. And because he was like, oh, I never wear that to work because it's so nice. And he's like, but I have it.
Yes.
Like, okay.
You know what's so funny? Because I met him I was with a friend. And I don't even know how we just connected, but he had similar charisma. Like me. And I could tell like he was a person that believed in the law of attraction and all of that stuff, because that moment that we shared, like I was able to share it, like, hey, I have this new company and we're about to do this event called Trap Bootcamp and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, cool, I got this new company too. And I have t-shirts. Maybe I can give you some shirts to give away. And I was like, cool.
We should try to get him to come to the next junction.
Well, he doesn't live here. He lives in another state. He's actually a real lumber guy. Like he is for real. I think he's in Washington or something like that.
Maybe he can send us some like used flannels or something.
Well, you know what he's supposed to send us, and I'm gonna hold him to this. He's going to send us some cutting boards.
Oh, that's cool.
Because what he does is goes into the community and gets trees that are from the actual community, and because instead of them just cutting them down and throwing them away and using them for lumber, he creates home appliances and you know, all types of stuff.
Saying like guitars, cutting boards.
Yes.
What else? There's tons of crazy stuff, but it's great because then he also helps, I think, replant trees.
Yes,
right?
and he replants them. Yeah, it's dope the way he would, you know, when we subtract from the universe and give back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I learned so much from
I did too.
that episode. Just like,
I did too.
Like, and if you guys haven't seen it, like, just one fact that is still burnt into my brain is he was saying if there's more trees in the community, there's less risk of cancer. So,
and I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
I did not know that.
So really smart. Make sure you
and
watch that
birth.
one.
He said it lowers the birth. Well, it increases the birth rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Super smart guy, and he's lumbersexual.
Lumbersexual. yes. I love that. All right. So number 9.
Take ownership of your life.
Yes. So
I know we have a note here by Brene Brown.
Yes, the book.
Yeah, so I haven't actually read her book, but I did watch her documentary on Netflix. She is the sassiest white woman I ever did.
Oh, yes.
She's so funny.
Oh, yes. She is
so
sassy.
funny. And they talk about, like, really living a life of, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But, like, she really, really, like, exudes that. Just in even how she talks. Like, I was like, okay, I had to, like, watch it in pieces. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this yet.
And the title of this episode is, Am I Daring Greatly or Bullshitting Profusely? Okay. It is a book review, but, okay, I'm unpacking my own shit today, all right? And the way that I deal with people around me, you know? It was like a self-analysis that I was like, whoa, when I said, am I daring greatly or bullshitting profusely, that was me looking at myself in the mirror and realizing that, yeah, like a lot of the times I will say and do like big shit just to, you know, hey, I'm gonna do it, but my action doesn't match up with that.
Well, I think it's like that's probably the beginning of the SMART goals, right? It's like, so you have the goal, but then you got to break it down.
You got to act on it. Yeah. And that's going to make you a person that lives a life of no regrets, right?
Exactly, yeah.
For sure.
But I love it. And I just love that. Am I daring greatly or bullshitting profusely? Like, what a beautiful question. I'm going to put that on my Bumble. Like, so are you...
that's a good one. That might be a good name to put on for my dating app.
I don't know if we're ready to go back to the hot flashes, though, okay?
No. Ooh. Speaking of hot flashes, this is a little sidebar. We went somewhere and a lady was telling me about all these new dating sites, and she was like, yeah, you should get on Pure. Have you heard of that one?
I don't even know if I would like that one. But
no.
What is it? It does not sound like
I got on Pure just to see what it's about.
Let's see what it is.
And the first few seconds, okay, so what happens is you can speak to somebody right away, but they can't see you. It's just a little face and like a little animation of you or whatever, and you can speak to them right away. But basically, when the guy got on, he was like, so hi. I was like, hi, I'm new to this. I don't know what's going on with this thing. He's like, yeah, so basically we just kind of do stuff. If we show camera, so if you want to show on camera, you can show it. And
show what?
My stuff. If I want to show my body on camera, I can. He was like, or you can just listen to me and like while I'm doing whatever. So basically, it's like a jack off. It's a jack off site basically. So you call people and you're like, hey, what are you doing? You want to watch me jack off right now? It's called Pure.
No, who told you about
some lady in the damn liquor store or somewhere at a grocery store. We were talking about dating apps and she was like, oh yeah, because people.
Why are you talking to a random lady in a liquor store?
Okay, this is no, it was not a liquor store. It was a bar. Let me think this right. It was a bar, and the reason why it was a bar is because we were talking about dating apps, and she was like, "Have you heard of the new dating app Pure?" And I was like, "No."
But
when you go there, when you go on the site, it's like all these like little devil heads and like little things like, yeah, like to be bad. And I was like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm cool. So, this one right here, number 10.
Okay, value helping others. This one.
This one.
So I know you have some notes first, but the one, it's funny because I brought it up in a later topic that we're going to talk about here soon. But the one I really, really loved was your empty nesting episode.
Yes, with the kids. Yeah.
That one was, and also the egg shaker one that you did.
Oh,
that was so cute.
Contact. Solo. My turn. That was the egg shaker episode. As I said, I'm getting older. I'm trying to find the essence of what is good and what is not anymore. You know what I mean? There's so many things going on in this world, and we just got to find what means the most to us. And right now, what means the most to me is finding myself.
That was so cute. That was so cute.
I was on one sometimes, but which I want to start doing that more. Just coming on, even if it's just voice. We got to get on here just every few days and just hey, what's up, y'all? Do something.
That's like when you're doing this.
Yeah, we're gonna start. We're gonna drop some serious points too, because we've been really talking while we're apart, you know, and having her shoot some little segments about her life, and I'll shoot some small segments about my life, and then we're just gonna start posting them. Yeah, you know, we got drinks with Jermaine, and we got a new segment coming up I didn't tell you about.
What?
So it's gonna be Keep a Man Meals. Okay, my friend.
Keep a what?
Keep a Man Meals, or keep a woman, keep your mate meals. But my homegirl is gonna come on and show us some meals, some quick meals and healthy meals to keep your mate, so they won't leave you to go get somebody else, or so you don't have to keep going out to eat every night.
I will also put that on my bucket list.
Yes.
I still have not turned my. That's a lie. I made mac and cheese last night, but that's the first time I turned my stove on in this new apartment.
You don't cook?
I use the air fryer.
Oh my god. We need to come to your house and just cook. To your new place.
Totally come over.
We're going to do that. We're going to do something like that. I got an idea for that. That's a good one.
Next time.
But you know, the episode that I used for this one was an episode that I shot with my cousin Tim Marion.
Okay.
So that episode was called "Is COVID Pulling the Trigger on PTSD in Black Men?" Mm-hmm. And I meant to say, is it pulling on all men and vets? Yeah. Okay, because my cousin was.
Actually, it was quite an experience. When I first started out, I was in San Diego. For some reason, I saw that movie Top Gun with oh my god. Yeah.
That's what makes you want to go to the Navy, dude?
Hey, well, first of all, I just felt like, if I went to the Army, the Marines, I was like, man, I'm not about carrying no gun. And then I was thinking, like, what's my odds of surviving?
That's what
real talk, though. I'm serious. I was like, man, what's my odds of surviving if I in the gun battle, missiles and tanks and all that? I'm like,
he was the second assistant to the Secretary of Defense during the Clinton administration.
Okay.
And he was also there during 9/11, and he lost the people that he worked. He was discharged 2 weeks or a week before the bombing, already discharged.
Wow.
So the day it happened, my family was frantic. We contacted him, and he was like, I wasn't there.
Wow.
But from that, he had PTSD.
Of course, yeah.
And he really wasn't dealing with it. And on this episode, we were able to talk about it, and he actually went to get some tests. We just had Memorial Day and, and Veterans Day, mm-hmm. and we were remembering our vets. And, now my son is in the Navy. This is something that I never even perceived would be in my life, but now I have a military man in my life, and to know that this country, like he's fighting for this country, like my son always wanted to be the superhero, and like he's literally a superhero now. And so to see him, it's scary because they don't ever come back the same. But we are in a time where people are ready to deal with what's going on in their lives. And I'm hopeful that my son will be one that can deal with the stuff that he's going to encounter.
Yeah, of course. And I think there's so many things that make help more available. Like I'm personally using, not that they're sponsoring us or anything, but BetterHelp.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Just get on there.
Yes.
It's amazing.
They can be a sponsor.
Well, We'll call you guys.
Hey, Google.
Oh, that's my therapist.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but no, that's amazing. And I think the VA is kind of getting better now, right? With like actually helping vets like once they've discharged.
Yes.
Because I know it was an issue back in the day, but
yes.
I think
So,
but thank you for his service.
Thank you for your service. It was a dope episode that really didn't get a lot of views, but I really think people should take a chance and check it out. You know what I mean? Because it's also a time where men are not really black men, all men. They're starting to be a little more vulnerable, and this was during COVID that he was able to express how he felt about it.
Yeah.
And I know now, like, his relationships are better, his life is better, like his dealings with his children are better, and these are some things that we like hold in so long, and we have all these insecurities, and then once you're able to just be who you want to be in front of people, look at the changes.
Okay.
He always doing some big shit. He's a Gemini, so he's always doing some big shit, but he's a D1 basketball referee, and he's high ranked, and he's very well known, and shout out to my cousin Tim. Shout out, cousin Tim.
Thanks for your service.
Yes, thanks for your service, and thanks for your service, son. You know, your new service. Thank you.
So that means all of your guys' birthdays are coming up.
He's a May Gemini. My birthday is coming up June 19th.
Yes. I'm
So get ready, y'all. Yeah. I'm not. You know what? This year I decided I don't want to do anything too big. Last year I got a yacht. We went on a boat, and it was so much fun. I have some footage. I need to post it still. I won't post it because I haven't posted it yet. But we had the captain of the boat hanging off the boat, talking about boats and hoes, boats and hoes, boats and hoes. Like, it was off the chain.
Where were you guys? Like,
we were in the marina.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
We were in the marina. Yeah. We stayed in the little circle, but it was bomb.
Okay.
It was so bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, boats and hoes. It was cool.
Boats and hoes. You're like, I mean, Gemini's boats and hoes.
Yeah, the boats and hoes. It was great. And my friends, they you know, I always try to have a party, a situation where people don't have to put no money in, because I hate birthdays where they're like, we're gonna go to an expensive restaurant, and it's like $200 a person. I don't want to do that. This year I don't want to do that. I wanted to be connected to people that I love and have a good time, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. Yeah. I'm trying to be frugal and save some money and chill. You know what I mean? So
you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun and connect, right?
That's how I feel, but some people don't feel like that.
We're using a friend's house today.
Right, we are. Yes, thank you too to letting us use this beautiful location.
They walked in when we were filming, so thanks, guys.
So value the time you share with others.
I'm gonna put together a lot of
I totally value our time together. Same. I really do. I the fact that you could be making money and you decide to come right here with me, same difference for me. We could be making money, but we are putting our hearts into sharing information with our community. And that right there that's a value that my grandmother used to say, you're gonna a jewel in your crown.
Oh, that's cute.
So that is jewel crown, work that we're doing, and it's gonna pay off.
Yeah,
it's gonna pay off, in so many different ways. So.
So when you first asked me to come onto the podcast, I was saying to you, I was like, I don't even know if I still want to do training and blah blah blah, but like because of our time, it's like made me fall back in love with it. And so like I definitely value the time. It's not about making money all the time.
It's not. It's not.
Like, and if anything, it's just putting the good energy out there. So when we're doing what we're doing, things just come easier.
They do. And what I'm noticing is that it's starting to be easier to speak and, be a little bit more informative. What I had a problem with, I noticed on the first few episodes, like I may have given like incorrect information.
It happens. It happens.
I remember I think we were doing cards, and I was like, if it's reversed, it's like the most important part of it. And that was wrong. But those little things, as you start to go along, you start to understand the importance of really having information that people can value.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to make sure that we have moving forward on the show. When we bring on guests, we want to make sure that they're giving you valuable points that you're able to take with you and apply to your life.
Yeah, and then on top of it too, like some of this will be like our opinion. So when we say like we're talking about how we value the time that we share with others, other people may not agree with how we're spending this time as value, so
they might not be valuable.
Yeah, there might be some opinions, and then also, and I always say this because I'm always worried I won't have the right information with training or movement. the science is always changing. So something that we
Always.
might say might work for you and me, but not for the people over here in the house, or whatever. So y'all don't be rude. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think anyone's been rude.
But even with that said, moving forward too, I want us to be a little bit more expressive. On our time when we do, the Elevate and Dominate. We really could show some stuff now. We have the time to do it, even if it's just, if that's the only segment we put up. This is our show and we can do whatever we want. But I really want us to really expound on the information. I told her something that I'm doing new. I'm a part of Toastmasters, and I'm about to run for an office in Toastmasters, and I really am understanding, moving forward in my future, this stuff is vital information. We're not just it's important for me to be great. Yeah. That's what I want to be, but sharing this information is what makes us great. Yeah. Because we're going through things, every situation that you've been through, things that you can tell the next person, you can save somebody from going through that. Yeah, exactly. And that is so valuable. That's why this time that we spend together, it's better than pay. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's true. It is better than pay because we're actually documenting our progression.
True. Yeah. And you don't feel alone. I think it's any kind of meeting, any kind of therapy, it's you don't feel alone with what you're doing.
Right. Yeah. And that's the hardest part, is feeling like nobody understands you. And I for a long time on this show, I was feeling like, damn, nobody's going to get me. Nobody cares. And to have somebody to sit right next to me, you've been through actually some shit that I've been through. Yeah. So
we've actually been there together when shit was happening.
Side by side, exactly, crying together, girl, I can't do this shit today. I don't want to be here. A lot of that.
Remember, I'll buy my old pool. Oh my god, some of those conversations.
But that is what makes you grow, and that's what this show is about. That's what all podcasts, I guess, are about. Is just about being a better person. But I know moving forward, we have so much good information to share with people, absolutely. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
You're welcome. That's good.
So our very last one.
Yes.
Very last one is and you just talked about it, right? Yeah. Our last one is value healthy relationships. Yes. And we are going to put up a segment from a very private point from her. Yes.
Hey guys. It's been a minute since Kawanna and I have been able to get together and do a recording, so I decided that I'm just going to kind of check in and awkwardly make this video while driving, because I'm already such a good driver. But anyways, Kawanna and I have been talking a lot lately about living your best life and maintaining relationships that are healthy and beneficial for you, and I don't know, I guess I just kind of wanted to share just my thoughts on that. I think there's all these things on Instagram that are always saying, don't worry, you've dodged a bullet, or, I can't believe we're strangers anymore, and all of that stuff. And I don't know, I won't lie, I have a little folder saved for all that that's called Listen. So when I'm feeling a little down or sad, I guess I tend to remember to go and listen to those things and be like, oh yeah, I'm not alone. But if I'm really thinking about maintaining friendships or maintaining relationships that are healthy for me personally, I guess I kind of had a big pause. I don't really know how to answer that question of how do I know that I'm maintaining healthy relationships and boundaries that are beneficial for me. And I guess the scary part is with all of that is that none of us really know, right? I've always kind of said my philosophy is everyone's life is like a book, right? So we all have our own story. And everyone else is just kind of something that holds that book together, whether it's a small part in a chapter, a story, or maybe the meaning of a friendship or relationship is the font throughout the whole book. But we never really know where a relationship will lead or emotions it will cause. Recently I've had this experience with someone that I held very, very deeply to my heart, and long, sad story short, I was gaslit for about 2.5 years. And I'm not going to say that I was ever perfect or that I didn't cause flaws in this relationship. But, at the end of it, this relationship that I valued kind of above everyone else's in most ways, not everyone, but in a lot of ways, this person was really far up there. They that relationship wasn't healthy for me at the end of it. And I don't know, I guess that's kind of where I'm coming from. You can have this relationship that means everything to you. This person can be close or not, and then it's not there anymore. I don't even know if that really makes sense, but yeah. So I guess to me it just boils down to the relationship with yourself has to be the most important one. And I know that's so fucking cliche and like blah blah blah. Whatever. I think that is the most important part, because referring back to that gaslit type of relationship I just shared, there were so many times where I knew something didn't feel right, and
because we gotta have those moments where we gotta analyze ourselves, like what do we want to change? Yeah. What is gonna make me a better person, and what is not making me a good person?
Exactly, and it's great because that was actually like a small big encouragement from you, saying share a little bit more about stuff, and I think we both agree that we're gonna, like we mentioned earlier, do that. And so in this thing again that I recorded when I was driving, so hopefully you can hear it.
We're gonna fix it. I'll fix it. Don't worry.
You can see my face sometimes where I'm like, oh, there's a car. But one of the things I was saying in regards to valuing healthy relationships is the relationship with yourself. So the segment I picked was something, again, I already mentioned, was from your empty nest syndrome episode. Mm-hmm. And it's I think it starts at minute 7:15 or whatever. And there's a lot of other parts of it. But the part where you're saying if I am not taking care of myself, then it's doable to take care of others, but it's a little bit harder. And so that was kind of something that I kind of touched on in my ramble about the most valuable relationship should be with yourself, because then you're almost devaluing
who you are,
which will devalue your relationships with others, because you're not being true to yourself.
And that's something that's kind of it's really touching to me, because I have been thinking about that lately. And then I've been listening to School of Greatness, which is a great show, and the gentleman was speaking about how the value of one moment. The one moment that can change your life. You're one moment away from your life completely changing, right? And healthy relationships are so important because you want those things to change for the better. And I'm so happy that I've encountered clients that are successful or what I perceive as successful, and what I've always perceived as successful. And I realize these are people exactly like me. They just make more money and they work longer hours, maybe. You know what I mean? Not now, not anymore, but before, and to if you really want a life of no regrets, or you want a life that is changed, that you literally have to live in that moment. You have to experience it, you have to smell it, you have to be it, you have to do it. And that's what we're doing.
Exactly.
I eventually want to be a motivational speaker.
As I think you should be.
And this is me doing it. This is me.
That's smart.
Exactly. This is smart, attainable goal.
I love it.
Yes. And I feel like I want to encourage you. I want her to come with me to Toastmasters too. I had this really boxed in perception of what this would be like. And when I look in there, we have every race, every age, every business point, profession. And I'm like, my community is so much bigger than I really think it is. You know what I mean? I sometimes feel like there's so many people that are just like me that want to reach greatness, and that they're taking those small steps to get there.
Exactly. And I think there's different parts, right? So we're both trainers, right? But then like in Toastmasters, there's a slightly different mindset than just trainers. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like the girl is going to teach us how to cook. Like that mindset's a little bit different for someone who only uses an air fryer. Like it's just like, so I think like you can still have a goal, but it's not like the people that are around you and parts of those goals should change.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. They should. And things for us, like sometimes this is a good one. So valuing healthy relationships, people that fall off, that's healthy. Yeah. That's so healthy. Yeah. And I know like I have in certain places I haven't really been true to myself.
True, same.
Honoring the new me that I said I was gonna honor. And I had a great conversation with myself today on the way here. Yeah. And it was like, you know, you said you were going to do this, and it's just as easy as a conversation. And when you have conversations with people, that doesn't diminish the love you have for them. It doesn't diminish the you know, what you would do for them, you know, anything like that. But sometimes those relationships have to be cut off in order for you to flourish. Yeah, true. You know what I mean? And I learned that from gardening too. When you cut the dead stuff around the herbs that I have in when I cut those around the sides, it blooms. Yep. It's big, it's bright. I could get stuff out of it. Yeah. But when I let those damaged parts stay on there, it doesn't flourish.
Yeah, see?
And that's just how we are.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was just thinking, like, especially like being back in this house, like there was definitely times, like even living here, where I was just not who I wanted to be. I was definitely within a realm of like I needed to change and was changing, but didn't know what was going on. And like same thing, like exactly like how I'm viewing it is like having to look and it's like, how am I valuing myself? I wasn't. Yeah. So then like there was a lot of damaged parts. But I'm just like a little bud now. We just like,
but that's great.
A little water. Just like,
that's great. That's great. Our bodies regenerate. You know, our digestive system regenerates itself in 6 months. Yeah. Your life can change in 6 months. You can be a whole new person in 6 months. Yep. If you apply it with these 12 things. Boom! Boom! Mic drop.
Pen drop.
You guys, we gonna wrap it up. I'm so thankful for you.
Thankful for you.
I'm thankful for each and every one of you guys coming and checking us out. We are going to be having some amazing episodes coming up. Please check us out. Check out our small segments. Check out our everything we put up. Drinks. Oh, I don't know if you know, Drinks with Jermaine is going up right now.
Is it?
We're at like 7,000 views right now. Yeah, and it's doing really well. So you guys get some great summer ideas for healthy, low-cal drinks, my friends. One drink is just as fun. Be careful. If you're going to drink, just take one good drink, quality drink, and that's all you need. You can sober up really quick, drink some water, and go home. Yeah. Right? All right. Or Uber home.
Or just like stay home and have the drink at home. That's it.
That makes sense too. You know what I mean? And make it healthy.
You don't gotta put pants on. It's fine.
Make it healthy.
Value yourself.
Exactly. Yes. Value your life of no regrets. Okay. And with that said,
thank you.
Thank you. And I thought she was gonna do the follow me.
Follow. Wait.
1, 2, 3. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
And that's it. Not or not.
Yeah, we're not gonna say or not anymore. We're just gonna say.
We're not regretting it.
1, 2, 3. Follow me, follow me, follow me.
Oh my god.
That was corny.
I love it.
It's gonna work. I'm just gonna post that part.
Yeah.
Follow me, follow me, follow me.
Oh my god.
Thank y'all for watching. We will see you
soon.